Hi YouTube, this is Cognitive Thought here, and I hope you're all having a great week. On today's show, we're going to be looking at a video produced by a man named Shakaama and how he thinks certain technological advances were invented by this black guy first. You ready for this? Play the video.
So you know Nikola Tesla?
Not personally, but yeah, I've heard of Nikola Tesla.
Why don't you know this black guy?
That's a bit of an assumption. I also know of Lewis Latimer.
Nikola Tesla, of course, is touted to be a genius, when in actuality, he only dealt with electricity.
Actually, in reality, Nikola Tesla dealt with electricity alongside being an inventor, an electrical engineer, a mechanical engineer, a physicist, and a futurist.
This black guy harnessed electricity.
Lewis Latimer harnessed electricity? For what? His improved toilet system for railroad cars? Let's be honest, it's Nikola Tesla who is best known for his contributions to the design of modern alternating current, also known as the AC electric supply system. You know, the same AC electric systems you'll find in every home in the USA. Now that's what I call harnessing electricity.
Let me ask you, who invented the light bulb?
Thomas Edison.
And in fact, before you answer...
Sorry bro, already answered. Thomas Edison.
This black guy, actually, the light bulb was sort of named after him.
What? Sort of named after Lewis Latimer? The Latimer bulb? The Latimer bulb? The late bulb? No, the light bulb does not sound like it was named after Lewis Howard Latimer. I'm sticking with my first answer of Thomas Edison, with Joseph Swan as a close second. Now, prior to Joseph Swan and Thomas Edison, there are like 22 incandescent lamp inventors, though historians conclude that Edison's version was able to outstrip the others because of a combination of three factors: an effective incandescent material, a higher vacuum, and a high resistance that made power distribution from a centralized source economically viable. So, out of the 22 inventors prior to Thomas Edison and Joseph Swan, none are Lewis Latimer. Lewis Latimer only became part of the history concerning the light bulb a year after the patent had been granted to Thomas Edison. As you can see, Thomas Edison got his patent for the incandescent light bulb granted in January 1880. This was following his successful light bulb model used in public in 1879. Whereas Lewis Latimer got his patent for the process of manufacturing carbons, an improved method for the production of carbon filaments used in light bulbs, granted January 1881. So to clarify, he didn't invent the light bulb. What Latimer did do though did not go unnoticed, as his legacy lives on in the National Inventors Hall of Fame.
Who invented the telephone?
Alexander Graham Bell.
Before you answer...
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Let me just say, it's the same black guy.
The same black guy? You mean Lewis Latimer? The telephone? No, once again this is another invention not invented by Lewis Latimer. The inventor of the telephone was Alexander Graham Bell, who was granted the US patent for the telephone in 1876. I can only assume your confusion came from the fact that in 1876, Alexander Graham Bell employed Lewis Latimer, who was the head of draftsman at Bell's patent law firm at the time, to draft the necessary drawings required to receive a patent for Bell's telephone. What Lewis Latimer did was put some drawings and legal documents together. He did not invent the telephone.
And he holds the patents.
Really? Well, let's have a look at the list of Lewis Latimer's patents, shall we? Water closets for railway cars. Electric lamp. Process of manufacturing carbons. Supporter for electric lamps. Apparatus for cooling and disinfecting. Locking rack for hats, coats and umbrellas. And lamp fixture. Now some of you may be thinking, Latimer had an electric lamp patent? Which is a natural response to this patent existing, but all you have to do is read it and it says this: Be it known that we, Joseph V. Nichols, a resident of Brooklyn in the county of Kings and state of New York, and Lewis H. Latimer, of the city, county, and state of New York have invented certain new and useful improvements in incandescent electric lamps. So yeah, as you can see, it's for an improvement, not for the actual invention of the lamp.
Well, he held the patents.
Oh, well that's fucking convenient. Although later in this video you say...
Those are some pretty big inventions, don't you think? But for some reason they say somebody else invented that stuff. But he actually, if you go to the patent office, you will see that his name is on the patent.
So make your fucking mind up, will you, Shakaama? Now, seeing as this is like a 10-minute video of assertions made by Shakaama, with no sources brought up in the video or displayed in the description to add authenticity to the claims being produced, I'm going to leave it there. And if you fancy watching the rest of this video that reaches points like...
Who invented the traffic light? Some black guy. Just for all of these questions from now on, you're just going to say some black guy, alright?
So, if you want to watch that, I'll leave a link for you in the description. So anyway, viewers, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any thoughts on this episode, I would love to hear them. You can message me in the comments or you can follow me on Twitter. And if you'd like to see more of what I do, just hit that subscribe button now. I'll catch you later, world. It has been a lot of fun.